How are you preparing for this year's Singles Day?
Last year, we moved about 1.8 billion parcels in about 1 week. We're definitely seeing even a bigger demand this year. So we are working with all our partners to be prepared for this year's the new challenge. We are seeing the growth rate is still at, for example, the total number of parcels served this year. We are expecting additional 30% growth. So that's how people are thinking about it.
That order volume in terms of parcels, 30% increase, is that over the 11 days of the festival, or is that on a year basis?
It's on year annualized. Yeah, even though it slowed down a little, we have been seeing 40% growth, but even at the scale, we are more than 60 billion parcels per year right now, but we are still seeing 30% growth. That's tremendous.
It is, and that brings me to my next question, which is, to what extent and how has the pandemic and COVID-19 impacted your business and the logistics industry more generally?
The supply got interrupted, right? Because of the restriction on the movement of people, right? The workers in the warehouse for the last mile delivery definitely get impacted. We see all the flights got canceled, so we lost almost all the belly cargo space over there. We invested a lot on the infrastructure in the past years. For example, we are building the e-hubs, right? We have the 7 e-hubs in different countries of the world. We are adding a lot of the chartered flights to build the backbones, and these e-hubs and the chartered flights played an essential role during the pandemic.
Has it accelerated? Has the pandemic accelerated that digitization process?
Definitely. For example, right, so before the pandemic, we have around maybe 25 chartered flights every week. Right now, this number doubled. So since the pandemic, we have accelerated the e-hub.
You talked about the freight, which is interesting. I know you've added freight routes between China and Europe, China and Latin America. You've talked about adding 200 additional flights. One question is, do you continue to see that kind of expansion of freight, or is this just pandemic related?
I think it is pandemic related, but we see the continued growth right now, right? Since people realized, we need a robust and reliable global supply chain.
Do you expect to be adding more freight routes?
Definitely. I think we're still in an early stage to building a global infrastructure.
And when we talk about that international expansion, what are your priority markets?
Priority-wise, I think we invest hugely into Russia, into Europe, into Southeast Asia, and now we are seeing a lot of the opportunity in Latin America as well as in the Middle East as well. So that's why we recently added the charter flights into Israel, into Latin America, and actually we also add one into Africa as well.
How do US-China tensions play into your strategy for the US?
The situation definitely caused some uncertainty for us, but we still see that the business still growing, right? Both from import and export-wise. We are focusing on trying to create a better value and a better service for our clients, right? In terms of the Chinese merchants trying to sell into States, as well as for the brands, global brands in States selling into China. We're trying to give them better solutions.
Are you looking at additional acquisitions or investments?
We are looking into some technology companies that, for example, in AI, in autonomous driving, those kind of areas. Those are the things we have been looking